How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be covering integration by parts. Integration by parts, a technique used to transform the integral of a product of functions into a form that is easier to solve. Here is the formula. The integral of u dv is equivalent to u times v minus the integral of v du. This integration by parts formula isn't magic, it's just the product rule in disguise. Well, how do we derive this equation right here? Well, the answer is pretty simple. So let's start by writing out the product rule, which is d over dx of u times v equals u times the derivative of v plus v times the derivative of u. Now, if we integrate both sides with respect to x, we get the integral of d over dx of u times v dx equals the integral of u dv over dx dx plus the integral of v du by dx dx. The integral of a derivative cancels out. So the integral here and the derivative here cancels out. So we get u times v equals, and these dx's on the bottom and the top can cancel out as well. We get integral of u dv plus the integral of v du. Finally, we rearrange to solve for the integral of u dv. And so we get the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. And that is how we derived our equation. With this equation in mind, let's solve the following problem. We need to find the integral of x cos x dx. So we need to identify the u, the dv, the v, and the du of this question. If we let our u equal x and our dv equal to cos x dx, then we can solve for du here and v with this one. We can solve for du by dx by integrating both sides with respect to x, and then we isolate du on its own. Now for the other side, we're going to integrate both sides, and the integral of dv is just v, and the integral of cos x dx is sine x. Now that we have our four variables here, let's simplify our expression. And so we get the integral of u dv equals u times v, so our u is x and our v is sine x, so we get x sine x subtracted by the integral of v du. So our v is sine x and our du is just the dx. Now we integrate the sine x to get x sine x minus negative cos x, and remember that plus c there. And then we can simplify those two negatives and get a positive. So we get x sine x plus cos x plus c. And there's our answer. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. See you in the next one.